Hey everybody, Deanna Fenton here. I want to welcome you to Simple Steps to Online Success. Today I am going to be talking about Kajabi's brand new theme that is still in beta, but I suspect it's going to be available to all Kajabi users maybe next month, maybe the end of this month. I am not privy to those kinds of details. But in case you haven't joined me before, and I am also going live to YouTube right now, I help online course membership site creators build profitable businesses using Kajabi without all that nasty tech overwhelm. If this sounds like a topic you'd be interested in, you're watching me on YouTube, go ahead and click the subscribe button and also hit the little bell, and then you'll be notified every time that I go live on YouTube. So I want to jump right into it today and not waste any of your time. So quick overview. So about a year ago, Kajabi released a new theme for creating landing pages. Prior to this, they had named the theme that they used Premiere was the old name. They released a new version of a landing page theme and they called it Encore. There were significant improvements to the type of content you could use in creating your landing page, as well as also the flexibility of using it. It gave far greater control over placing images and text, has animations as part of it, but it was only available for landing pages. And it was not available for other pieces of content that you would create in your Kajabi site, such as the standard homepage. Now, I have recommended all along that people who use Kajabi not use that specified homepage as their homepage. And the reason why is you are extremely limited in your ability to customize that, and it wasn't quite as flexible. So I always recommended using landing pages and specifying a landing page as your homepage. Well, this new Encore beta is going to change that. And again, it is a beta, so it's been slowly released to a number of people that are testing it. So it's not really considered at this point ready for a full rollout, but I do suspect that's going to happen very, very shortly. So I am going to show you exactly how to add that theme if you have access. So I'll let you in on a little secret. If you contact support and ask, you most likely can get the beta version of Encore. I do also want to let you know you can play with it, customize it, and make it live if you want to, if you feel comfortable. But you can rely on having your existing pages not affected at all unless you choose to activate the new Encore theme. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that, so don't worry. So I am going to pop over, and this is the area that I'm talking about. So for the longest time, under website and design, we've always had these website pages. So for those of you that are considering Kajabi or are new to Kajabi, I know very often people are surprised or don't really realize that they can actually build their public-facing website in Kajabi, and you absolutely can, because that's exactly what I have done. Now, this set of pages that you see here under website pages include both front end or public facing pages, as well as back end pages that your members or students would see. So real quickly, this was or is actually what they would consider the home page. Now, if I click on customize for this, and those of you who have been using the Encore pages to build your website, you're going to see right off the bat. I mean, this just is relatively limited in the options for customizing this page. So it got to be where, again, I would always recommend people just build a separate landing page designated as your home page and go from there. However, there are also these other pages, such as the library. And the library is where your students or members come to after they log into your site. It shows the collection of all the products that they've purchased from you. The library also was extremely limited on what you could do or how you could customize it. There is what is called the store. Not many people use the store because quite often people are using launches and not offering their courses or membership on an evergreen schedule, meaning available all the time. So sometimes people weren't using this at all, but there is the option of creating a page that would be a store where you could link to the checkout for any of your products. Of course, there is the login screen, which is where your members go to enter their username and password. There was static pages, and these were these really basically ugly pages that where your terms and conditions go. That's pretty much all I use them for. There is a standardized thank you page if you're not creating a custom page for an opt-in or anything of that nature. There was just this rather completely basic thank you page, a 404 page that I think a lot of us forget about. But I'm going to have some fun with this. If somebody types in a URL that doesn't exist on your site, they will get something called a 404 page not found error. And this is the default. And it just says, we are sorry, but the page you are looking for cannot be found. Kind of blah. Most importantly, for most of you, this area that we're talking about also allowed you to customize your blog. Now, when I'm talking about the blog, we've got a couple of things. There is the blog page, and that is what shows all your blog posts or a certain number of your most recent blog posts in reverse chronological order. The newest one on top. Then there is the actual customization of the post and the page that people would see when they clicked on a post. Both of these, again, were extremely limited in what you could do with them. So, you know, people were very frustrated. So some people would create a landing page with a grid of all their blog posts and link to the blog posts in the blog. It just really was, again, very limited in your customization. Now, Encore intends to change that. And they've also added a couple of other really exciting features that I'm looking forward to. And I'm going to show those to you in a minute. So let me just show you, this is my demo site. And again, right now, what I have activated is Premiere, the standard thing that everybody has. If I click on Manage Themes, and again, I had requested for the beta, or I think I was invited to the beta, and it made it available for me. If I click on Manage Themes, you could see the only theme that is really in there is Premiere. But now if I click Pick a Theme, I have my exclusive access to the Encore site beta. Now you can see that it's version 0.3.0. So every time they make significant updates to this beta version, they re-release it. So this is the most recent. So I'm just going to click Install. And it gives me a little overview of what that's going to look like, and I can install the theme. So one of the things is, as I said, from the home page perspective, they're going to give us similar options and templates the way they did in Pages. So if I scroll down here, now this is the important part. Encore is here. You can see I just installed it. But the live version of my site, the live version of the blog, the login, the library, all of those things are still Premier. One thing is, if you want to use Encore, you're going to have to um, activate it for all those things. You can't like leave one Premier and one Encore, at least not that I've seen. However, you can play with Encore, and I'm going to show you that without making it live until you've had a chance to update what you want to update, and then you could make it the active view to the whole world by activating the theme. But right now, all you need to do is click that little artist palette that says Customize. And I am going to show you on my actual site because I've done some work on this already. Here's one thing, though, that's really super important for you to know. You're not going to be able to go to that Design tab and pick out what page or element you want to edit. It's all done here. So down here in the lower left-hand corner, oops, you know what? I just realized I am going to remove my name. I'm going to, because that's probably going to cover some of this up. So I apologize, but I wanted to do that. All righty, let's get back. Okay. In the lower left-hand corner, you can see here, it says home. So this would be the home page. And this is now all of the concept of sections and blocks, the ability to create a mobile-only view, the ability to add animations, all of those things that are available under Encore Pages will now be available under website design. Now, I am not going to change. My home page is already a landing page, so I would not be using this at all. So I'm going to click here, and you can see now I can toggle between all of those different pages. So once again, library. And now the library is the page that your members land on when they first log in. Here is what's pretty cool. They are now creating for the library this type of header where there can be a dashboard, a member directory, which I think is going to be pretty exciting. Your members will have the option to allow their profiles to be added to a member directory. They can also have links to their social pages, their social media sites, tell a little bit about themselves, perhaps. So that's something that I think a lot of people have been looking forward to having access to. That is an actual member directory. And here will be announcements. And I had a really great call yesterday with some members of the product team at Kajabi that their focus is making announcements more visible for your students and members. And the announcements will span all the products that that person owns. So if somebody owns your course and they own your membership and you have announcements that are related to both products, they can see all the announcements here, which I think is going to be really, really great. So again, now you can also customize this. This says my products. These are my demo products that are in here. And you can see it's showing the progress bar for how much they have actually consumed of that product. And it gives them a shortcut to resume the course or content that they last were looking at. So it allows them, instead of having to log into the product and figure out where they left off, it's a shortcut that's going to take them directly to the next lesson in that particular product. So all of this is really, really awesome. And then you can customize and create different storefronts. So perhaps somebody has purchased your course or membership and you want to let them know that you have coaching available, some one-to-one coaching. You could create an offer collection here and call it one-to-one coaching, and then have offers for them to purchase coaching packages from you right from the library. You can also then, let's say somebody is in your membership, but perhaps they don't have your courses. You could create a collection that is specific courses that they might be interested in. And just like any of the pages, you can add additional content. You could add testimonials. You can add text and images, frequently asked questions. It's really, really very flexible. So, for example, one thing that I would recommend is maybe create a hero image with a video and make it a generic welcome video and put that at the top of your library instead of just this hero. Okay, so I would put the link list up here, and I'm just going to hide this for right now because maybe I'm not sure if I want to do it, but maybe have a generic welcome. And in this case, you might direct their attention to the announcements. You might direct their attention to the resume course shortcut that is here. So now you've got a lot more flexibility in customizing the library. Some of the other things, I'm going to skip store. Again, store would be the same thing. You're going to have the same capability of really customizing that and making it more user-friendly for your people. But just because not that many people use a store, I'm not going to spend a lot of time. The login has always been pretty blah. You could add a logo, but that's kind of it. Now, however, you can add background. You can add an image. You can add a background image. You can add a background color. Apparently, you can add a background video. I don't know that I necessarily would recommend that, but you could do that. So we have greater flexibility in customizing our login pages. Same thing with thank you. Because once again, it's kind of a blah thank you. You know, you might want to have just a generic thank you page that offers something a little different. You also have a two-step opt-in now, or an exit pop-up that you can offer. So I'm going to show you now on my site, because what I have done is I still have Premiere for my blog, because I didn't show you the blog. I'm going to show you the blog now, and all of these other pages. So now for me, I can go to Manage Themes, and you can see my current active theme is still the old Premiere. But now I have my Encore, and I can customize all of this now, and then when I'm ready, activate it. I'll probably wait till they release it completely. And I'll activate it and have these available. So once again, I'm not going to use the home page because my home page is already done. But the one thing that I really like is now we have the ability to do much more with the blog. So this is what I was playing with yesterday. And what I can do, I can have a hero image, and I can have a pop-up here for an opt-in if people want to be notified for my live videos. And here now I have blog listings. And if I click on my blog listings, I've got different layout styles available. So right now I'm using a 2-column grid. And my options are I can use it the way it's always been, which is a list with the most recent post on top. I can show that these are videos because all of my blog posts are videos. I can show the date. I can show tags so people know how my content is organized. And I can show a snippet of my content. And let me show you, I'm going to show you quickly what that looks like. So now as I scroll down, helps if you save first. Always, always, always save, right? So this would be the current version. And you can enable the sidebar. I don't like the sidebar, so I didn't enable the sidebar. But you can see right here then, these are all my blog posts. So that's one way to do it. The other is what I showed you, which I think is the way that I would like to do it, is a 2-column grid. And you just have a great number of options now on how you want your post to appear. So now I have 2-column grid. I can have a 3-column grid. Like that. And I'm not a fan of this, but you can have it like that as well. So you have the media, your image, your featured image, or the video thumbnail on the left and the content on the right. My preference, at least the way I'm feeling like right now, is I would probably not show tags. I probably would not show content. I would show the date. I might not even show the date, honestly. And have it more like this with a grid. Now I can also, if I wanted to show a few lines of content, I can control how much. I can control how many listings per page. So maybe only 12, and then it does the pagination. If I want the sidebar, I click this button and I can now have the sidebar. I can add a search. I can add my social media icons and links. I can add these categories. And I created it with an option for a drop down, which is much cleaner than showing a whole link. So there's a drop down where I could let people, of course, it's going back to the old blog for that, but where people can go to content that is tagged that way. So all in all, it's increased the flexibility of customizing our blog. The additional, and one of the other things, let me show you this. So now you can also customize the post itself. So here would be an example, the same thing on the blog post body. I can choose what I want. And here is what I would do is add a freebie at the bottom of every blog post. So you can very easily add an inline opt-in here. That might be kind of what I had at the top, which was a button for them to subscribe to updates to the blog. You could do that, or you could offer them a specific lead magnet that you already have. And you could do all of that within here. Same thing, I can opt to have the sidebar show or not show. And you can still do a call to action and an opt-in in the sidebar as well. Oops, sorry, went a little further up because I wanted to show you the other things that I am really looking forward to. So just the idea that we can now customize the blog, I think is really, really a great off. Oh, we were talking about the 404 page. If you Google clever 404 pages or funny 404 pages, I got some great ideas from watching that rather than that very blah page not found. What I did is I put a picture of Buster and said, Buster fell asleep at the keyboard again. No worries, just click below to go back to the home page. And then that links back to my home page. So you can have a little fun with it. The other things that I'm excited about, remember I mentioned the member directory. I'm not able to get this to work right now. And I think there is, what it says, if I click on member directory, it says they have to opt in, obviously. So I don't think they've connected the member profiles with the ability to be displayed in this member directory just yet. So I'm sure that's probably going to come in the next release. But a member directory would be a really, really fantastic tool. And what was the other thing I was going to show you? The announcements. So as I said, the discussion yesterday said that there will be product announcements. And if I open, I'm going to preview this one. This will be customized by the products that people own already. So for example, if somebody owned, like I mentioned, a course and your membership, they would see the products that they own in this drop down and they could select what announcements they want. So for me, the most important thing is obviously for my membership, I send out announcements every single week about what is coming up. So this really gives a quick and easy way that people click on it and they could see the announcements for the membership. But if they also purchased a course from me and I had an announcement in the course, they could click on that and select the course as well. And once again, once I was able to customize these the way that I wanted, the items that I would use, right? Because if I'm not going to use the store, I don't need to customize it and it doesn't matter because I'm not going to display the store page, right? But all I would need to do is click these three dots over here and choose to activate. And that will make it live. For right now, everything that I'm doing, no, it's not publicly visible for anybody to see. So that is the quick view of Encore Beta. And once again, as a quick wrap up, it is going to give the same level of customization that you have on Encore Pages for the other pages of your site, including your blog, the most important one in my book, your library, announcements, a new member directory, and it's going to have all of those options available. So Julie says she loves Buster's 404 page. Yeah, I might try and see if I can get a different picture. That was an old picture that I kind of liked, and he was there falling asleep on the keyboard. I thought it was pretty funny. Like I said, if you're procrastinating and you need to kill some time, try Googling best 404 pages, and there are some that are super, super funny. Okay, well, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this. Once again, if you're watching on YouTube, I'd love it if you subscribe to the channel. Click the silver bell too to get the notifications, because otherwise you won't know when I go live. And I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. And if you have any other questions, you can always reach me at deannafenton.com. I have a super cool new video ask guide for you that will allow you to find the information that you're looking for. I'm also going to be completely redoing the website and making a overview of how I did it as a new mini course that's coming out called Website in a Weekend. and we'll talk about that on another day. But until then, thanks for watching. And if you're watching on the replay, go ahead and post any questions or comments that you've got, and I'll make sure to come back and answer you as soon as I can. Take care. Bye-bye.